You likely know the truth at this point that there is no way for you to actually avoid that one thing at the root of what distracts and derails you from the work you really want to do. It's right here with you. It's at the center of the operational pattern of your life, rooted in the ground of your being. You have been relying upon it, perfecting it, running up against it, and attempting to untangle it for your entire life. And yet, it will likely surprise you again and again, because you will likely have thought that you'd already done all of that work. And so surely you should be rid of it by now. Am I right? Each time you deepen your commitment to the work you really want to do, you're confronted by it. When you want to get clear on what that work is, when you say yes to the work that's pushing against you to be born, when you recognize the import, the impact, and the utter radical nature of that work, when you recognize who you are in it, a leader, when you realize who you have to be and who you want to be, when you realize that you stand alone, each time it confronts you and you have to wrestle with it. It is the trip in your wire, energetically, quite literally. But when you go to bring the work that you really want to do into form in a way that you really want to do it and make that visible in the world, you face the moment of its greatest intensity and the moment of no escape. And this is likely where you find yourself confronted, surprised, and without exit. You're not alone. I do this work. I have been working with this in my own life and business for 20 some odd years. I work with clients, and it surprises me. I was recently confronted by it when I launched this podcast, and it was intense. And I was surprised. The way I experience that one thing is a sense of being abandoned and unsupported. So, in other words, overextended, under resourced, and doing it alone, as if my work in the world will not be supported. And that's the way I experience it, even if that is not literally true. That's what was so surprising about this time around. I know all of this. And yet, when it came up, it was so big. And I was like, what are you doing here? So, if that's the case, if I can still experience this after all of this time, when I know it's going to come up and it can still surprise me, then what do we do with it? And why is it still here? So I will tell you what I tell my clients. I cannot tell you that you'll get rid of it. I just told you a story about how I'm not rid of it. I cannot tell you that you will untangle that one thing at the root of it all, and you will never experience it again. I don't know. I can tell you that you will shorten the time that you will experience it and the time it will take you to metabolize it. You will shift if and for how long it will bring you to your knees. You will develop a sense and a practice of witnessing the pattern at the root of what distracts and derails you so that you are observing it and not identifying with it. Literally being able to say, huh, there that is again. Isn't that interesting? That alone will set you free. You will become adept at discerning the wisdom that it holds and the difference between that wisdom and what about this pattern is stale and empty, like the echo of a habit that just wants to be picked up again. And you will increase your capacity to use it to do the work that you are here to do Lead the way you are here to lead. And most importantly, be who you are here to be. This is actually its purpose and its point. You are not uprooting anything when you untangle the root of what's distracting and derailing you, at least in the way we work together and the way I'm talking about it here. The root of what's distracting and derailing you is not simply something to resolve or eradicate. It is a path of wisdom. As you untangle it, you will change your relationship with it. You allow it to soften the edges, and you allow the threads to disentangle so that you can see the heart of it and you can see yourself and the situation clearly, rather than that snarled root being wound up so tight and hidden away so deeply that you cannot find your way through it. It will now be fluid, open, empty. And in the process, it will offer its wisdom and its power to you. You will receive the wisdom, the fuel, all the tools and tenacity, discernment and experience that you need to know in your bones that you belong to yourself, to do the work you really want to do, how you really want to do it, and to step into your natural capacity to lead with faith and trust and clarity that you cannot lose because it is in you. The root of what distracts and derails you is the knot at the center of one continuous thread of your karma, what has come before, and your Dharma, what you're here to offer. I'm going to talk about what karma and Dharma are, how they relate to each other, and why they matter to your ability to do the work that you really want to do in detail in future episodes. But for now, take a breath and rest in knowing that one, if what distracts and derails you is still there after all these years and everything you've done, it's not simply maddeningly and painfully in the way. It's a way through. It holds what you need in order to experience what you most want. Two, untangling it and changing your relationship with it so that you can use it in this way is a skill set. And once you develop this skill set, you cannot lose it. It's in you too. So I knew what to do with it. Yes, it surprised me. It startled me even. Yes, it was intense, but I could be with it. I could untangle it and I could listen to what it was telling me, to the parts of it that were stale and old and no longer true, and the parts that said, how can you slow down? How are you overextended? How did you not actually get the full amount of support that you needed for this major initiative? And I could answer those questions from a rooted place of truth. No one tells you this. No one tells you it's a path through. And no one teaches you how to do this, how to be with it and untangle it successfully and productively, as opposed to get rid of it. It is a skill set that I propose. The work that wants to come through you is requiring of you for its integrity, its depth, and its power. But first, you have to know that's what it is, that this one thing at the root that keeps distracting and derailing you is a way through. And you have to know what it's asking. What is it asking of you? What is it calling you toward? What's its promise? What's its request? And what's its promise? So let's have that conversation, shall we? I invite you to join me for a conversation about what no one tells you, about weaving together all of your talent, training, and experience into a cogent body of work and an effective business model, integrating sacred practice and sound business strategy, creating holistic change in traditional professions, stepping into your natural capacity to lead, and untangling the one thing at the root of what distracts and derails you from that. You will have a chance to share what no one told you and you wish that they had. And I will share from both my own experience and my work with clients. I will also share practices to navigate the strange, the unexpected, the tricky, and the surprising, but universal things that come up because they will come up. We'll be live on Zoom together on December 17th at 3:30 Eastern. So please come as you are, join me. Nothing is being sold. And if you can't make it live, it will be recorded. It's free, and links to register are in the show notes. I look forward to seeing you there.